Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, welcome, and I'm so happy to have you here with me. In today's video I'm gonna tell you about something that I'm researching at the moment. I thought I'd better share with you, and maybe we get to understand better our lives and our journey in this planet. I'm gonna discuss about the dimensions of your consciousness. So there are 5 dimensions, and I'm gonna explain in simple words for everyone can understand those. So what means a person in each dimension? I've noticed that there is a thirst of knowledge, and people are researching, and people are, and obviously I think every one of you have seen the film The Secret, or they've read the book. To be honest, I didn't read the book. I've seen the video, and that changed my life as well as afterlife. So I don't know what, it doesn't matter what religion you are. I'm not gonna speak about religions. I'm not gonna speak about, in what you believe and what you don't believe. My only goal for this video is to open up your mind about who we are, so about who you are, why you are here, and to discover yourself, your inner. So let's start with dimension 1. Obviously I'm having my diary because I wrote some notes, because I need to get myself a bit prepared before I start talking, because if I start talking about one thing and then I'll go in other things and then other things. So I made a plan what I'm gonna discuss, and I'm gonna stick to this plan and to my notes, because otherwise I can speak forever. So we're gonna discuss about a person perspective from each dimension of consciousness. In dimension 1, the perception is like a point. So it means when a baby is unborn and is in his mother womb. So that means dimension 1. So we don't exist on this earth. So we are just a point. In dimension 2, it's that period from when you're born until the age of 2. So dimension 2 is the perception of a line or of perception of a group. So we don't see ourselves separated of a group, whether it will be parents, grandparents, brother and sister. And as you know, the small babies up to 2 years old, they don't speak about themselves first person. So I am, this is mine. This is yours. They cannot differentiate these aspects. So up until age of 2, they will say, we are, this is ours, this is what we're gonna do. And obviously they live in present. They don't have the perception of the past or of the future. So they cannot, what they're gonna do tomorrow, and they don't remember what they've done yesterday or the days before. This is the time when we actually live in present, where we should do, in these days, all the time, we should live the present. Forget the past, you can't change it, leave it, live the present, and obviously the future, we need to create our future. So dimension 3, which many people are in dimension 3, it's the time when the human consciousness is developing. So the human being starts functioning now. And this is classed as the lowest level of consciousness. So we have a perception of the past, the present, and the future. In dimension 3 may appear a state of separation and a state of loneliness. So I'm going to speak about dimension 4 now, and then I'll come back in 3 for 3 again. So in dimension 4, the vibration of the earth has grown and moved on to dimension 4. So we all should be in dimension 4 at this time. because we need to vibrate with the earth. When you are in dimension 4, so you can recognize yourself if you are in dimension 4 by it's happening like you opening your mind and you start questioning, who am I? Why am I here? What do I have to do? And you start being interested in loads of books like The Secret. So I know millions of people talks about this book and about these films, and there's millions of videos about it in different languages, but it's not for everybody. So I've noticed that people never heard of it, or they're not interested, so, and they're not open to that. And dimension 5, your perception is part of a whole. So you're not gonna see yourself separate like in dimension 4. You're gonna see yourself that you belong to a whole, and now you are complete. This whole means to have all the experiences in the past lives, and you come into this life to experience more. Obviously you have a specific plan before you come into this world. You know exactly what you have to do in this life, but you need to discover yourself through the years and through the lives, too many lives. So you can't get to dimension 5 until you had a lot of experience, a lot of, I don't know, hundreds of lives before. There is dimension 6 as well, but I'm not gonna discuss about dimension 6 in this video. And in dimension 6, it means that you are not present in this physical reality. You are just a light, you are just an energy, you are just a clear energy, and you are like an avatar. And so to help you understand this dimension, I will explain what means a person in each dimension. And these dimensions is the natural course of human evolution to go through this dimension. It's like school, you educate your intelligence and you train your mind. I'm not talking about dimension 1 and 2 because we are too small at that time, so obviously it's not gonna make any difference. So I'm gonna discuss about dimension 3, 4 and 5. So dimension 3 is that person that perceives reality through physical senses. So they are based and they say, I believe only what I can see. So if they can see something, they believe that exists. If they can't see it, it means it doesn't exist. But you know, is a saying where we say, if you don't know, that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It means that you just don't know, you're not there yet. So, or I believe until I see it, I will believe if I see it. Don't have the other instruments of perception apart from visual, touch, auditive, visual, yeah? Believe there is something else, they don't believe or they cannot believe there is something else more subtle apart from his senses. Now I'm gonna jump to dimension 5 so you understand the dimension 4. In dimension 5, a person will say, I see only what I believe. So can you understand the switch? I see only what I believe. What that means, it means that in dimension 5, you realize that you are able to create your own reality from your choices and to materialize these in your life. I see in my reality only what I believe, and I assume and I work towards to create it for me. And in dimension 4, it's the switch between 3 and 5. You realize that there is something more than I believe only what I see. You start to be open to know more and discover subtle things. You start experiencing some things in your life, and you start to go different courses, you start to read more about it, to discover the meditation, which means is a connection with a superior energy. So it's something happening in your life that make you change and make you wonder and make you research more to realize what's going on inside you, and then you realize that you're more powerful than you knew at that time. And in dimension 5 you realize that you are the co-creator and demonstrate this every day. So this is a perception of dimensions.